Hello and welcome to BFS Wargaming. So we're back for another live stream and we're going to be going through the points changes. So there's been a fair amount of points changes, some pretty important ones. So we're going to work through. First off, we're going to start with the Sisters because they're at the top. And the Sisters, hey, Jason Wardlaw, Lords of Wars on here. What time do you call this? Oh, my audio is very echoey. It's happened before and then it sort of sorted itself out, Jay. So I'm hoping my audio goes back to being good. But keep me updated. Is it real bad? I'm hoping it's going to sort itself out. Sound like a robot with a little echo. Like a proper Necron. Maybe I'll move this away a bit. Any better? Okay, so we're going to go with the Sisters. We'll start off with them. So we have the Arcoflagellants have gone up. For 50 points for 3 models, 160 points for 10. I believe that's a 10-point rise. Obviously, the Sisters have been doing well recently. Vic VJ won the Oxford Super Major, which was about 250 players, and he won that with Sisters, so they're obviously in a good spot at the moment. So yeah, really nice. They're doing really well at the moment. And well done, Vic. So they've had a few key things put up here, like the Flagellants, the Crusaders, which are really like 2 model unit just for scoring points, super cheap. So they've gone up. The Death Cult Assassins, actually don't know, but it looks like they're a very similar type to the Crusaders in terms of being a two. You could have them in a 2 model unit. We then have the Triumph of St. Catherine that's gone up, which is obviously just a really key unit in the Sisters Index. And then we've had the Blade of St. Eleanor, that has gone up as the enhancement. So what has come down is the Sacrosancts. I haven't seen them much in 10th. Demonifuge. I'm not sure what a Demonifuge is. The Mortifiers and the Penitent Engines, which is the shooting and the close combat sort of. They're not dreadnoughts, but like weaker dreadnoughts. So yeah, they've gone down. So maybe you'll see a little bit more of them, a little bit more play. Do let me know if my audio has sorted itself out. I don't know exactly what I can do to make it better. Okay, so Adeptus Custodes. So obviously these have just had their codex drop. Not quite what everyone expected. I think people in general feel like it's not as good as the index, which without playing it's hard to say, but I would say I agree, just looking at the rules, that they have taken a bit of a nerf. But it looks like there's a lot of points decreases all the way down here. So I've got Alea's dropped to 75 points. The Alaris Custodian, so I don't know. I'm just going to try and get up to see if I can see some of these points of what they were. Doesn't actually say what the drop or thing is. So, Custodian Guard were 225 points for 5 models. Oh, that's the Alaris Custodians. Alaris Custodians. Alaris Custodians are 130 points for 1. Wow. No, that's 2. 2 models for 130 points. Has this been updated? Okay, so they look like they're the same. Maybe they were more expensive. The Anathema Psychana Rhino, 75 points. The Blade Champion for 110. So the Blade Champion was 120, so he went down 10 points. It's saying that the Alaris Custodians were 130 for 2 before. But maybe they got cheaper the more you take. Let's have a look. So for 3 it's 195. The Alaris Custodians I think are exactly the same, so I don't know what's going on there. So Blade Champions dropped 10. Custodian Guard, it says 180 for 4 models and 225 for 5. I have them at that exact same thing. I've got this on Battlescribe and I'm pretty sure it hasn't been updated. So for 4 it's 180. Yeah, exactly the same. Anyone in the chat know what's going on there? Custodian Wardens for 200, which I believe they are at the moment. They are 200. Then Knight Centurion at 70. I don't think a lot of these things are actually dropping. I think this is the same as what they were. Knight Centura is 75, so she's dropped 5 points. Prosecutors are the same. They were 40 for 4, 50 for 5. I don't know why it says this has gone down, because it hasn't gone down. Which is really odd. So some things have gone down, but some things have stayed the same. Shield Captain is 140. So that's stayed the same. Shield Captain Alaris Terminator in Alaris is 140. It's like these have been updated, but 140 for a Shield Captain on Dog Eagle, same. Trajan Valoris is 150. So he's gone down 10 points. Alex Lee, Gene Silicult updates looking good. Trucks were always overcosted. Goliath down 20 points. Rock Grinders down 25 points. Okay, decent. I feel like this is what this update is about. Is trying to give some love into places that are needed. And like you say, I think they might have been overcosted anyways. I haven't seen them really any of them played, so that's a really good thing. So Trajan's come down 10. Ridge Runners are usually an auto include and down 10 points now. Oh, that's nice because the Ridge Runners give you extra AP. So yeah, they're really cool. So Valerian, he's at 115. He's gone down 5 points. Alea did actually go down 5 points as well. Contempt Dreadnought. Contempt Dreadnought is 185. So he's gone down 15. I mean, no one's still taking him, but he's gone down 15. Venerable Dread has stayed the same at 240, but said it's gone down. I don't understand what this is about. Virtus Praetors are 225 for 3, and they're 225 for 3, so they haven't gone down. So they've stayed exactly the same, which is a real shame. Vigilators, pretty sure that's the same. Vigilators 65 points for... Yeah, 65 points for 5. So they're the same. Saying for 10 it's 125, so maybe that's the difference. Yeah, they were 130 for 10 before, now they're 125 for 10. So that's maybe where some things have changed. Where you're taking 10, they're a bit cheaper than they were. Although Custodian Guard is still 225 for 5, so if anyone knows why that is, let me know. Because I can't quite work out. Obviously, the Vigilators have got cheaper if you take 10. So there are bits in green here, but these are all green, and that's not right. Witch Seekers have got cheaper unless you're taking 5 models. Yeah, bizarre. Okay, the Adeptus Mechanicus obviously needs some love. They've been struggling in the most recent meta. Maybe not quite as good a codex with the detachments and stuff, but if you watch the Meta Watch, then Josh Roberts did say that they're looking at maybe making their rules better so that they're not going to be left with this codex and just keep decreasing points. That actually you'll get new rules and then you'll get maybe some detachment rules or however they feel like they need to change it. But with points decreases, they've got Belisarius Crawl's gone down, Castan Robot's gone down, Cataphren Destroyers, one of Jadoon Crawlers, Sidonian's Skatros, not sure what that is. The Scorpius Disintegrator. So a lot of the anti-tank here has gone down. We've got Sakari and Rustalk and Skitari Rangers have gone down as well. So nice lot of drops there. Apparently the Titans have stayed the same. Okay, Eldar, the Boogeymen of 10th. So Shining Spears have gone down. Storm Guardians have gone down. Striking Scorpions have gone down. Howling Banshees have gone down. And Guardian Defenders. So these are all things that aren't really being taken. Have all gone down, which is really nice. Would have liked to have seen the Warp Spiders go up. Just because I just think they're just so good for their points. The data sheet's just terrible. Like, you can't have rules that good on a data sheet like that. So anyway, support weapons have gone up, so the cannons have gone up a little bit, which is great. I'd like to have seen that more. I'd like to see them separate the outline of sight bit. Swooping Hawks have gone up, and Fuegan's gone up, which are all taken a lot in Eldar. Shadow Spectres got smashed. Let's Talk Wargaming is just put on, so that's interesting. Shadow Spectres. Oh wow, they've gone up a lot. That Fire and Fade for free. They've put a price on it. I actually think that's right. Shadow Spectres should have got smashed as well. Good. And the Phoenix Gem has gone up as well, which is the thing that brings you back to life on a 2+ for the Autarch. The Autarch didn't get touched. Hate him. Another data sheet. The Autarch Wayleaper is just way too good for its points. Calidus Assassin has gone up in appearance, agents of the appearance. So has Kyleria Draxis, which is being taken with Custodes a lot for the outline of sight shooting. And then the Inquisitorial Henchmen have gone up to 50 points for 4, which I'm assuming, I think they were 40 for 4 before. And the Calidus has gone up 15 points. Is that right? Was it 90 or 85? It's either 10 or 15 points that's gone up, so that is nice. What are we on to next? Astra Militarum. Really strange faction at the moment because they can do really well in tournaments, like a lot of people have shown, like Nassim Fushane and David Gaylor. But they're also struggling a little bit on their win rate in the more the mid game, maybe the mid-tier players. And I think it's got to do with the balance of the army. I think there's a lot of people that want to play their tanks, their Lehman Russes and their Rogel Dawns and stuff. And they don't really just want to do out of line of sight shooting, which is a sort of competitive build at the moment. So it's interesting. This is what they've hit. So they've hit the Kassakin, which is a very good unit. Has been playing a lot competitively. Same as the Bulgarian squad, and the Basilisk has gone up 10 points, I think. Let's Talk Wargaming. Aham and me. Okay. And is this Will? Let's Talk Wargaming. And then we've got pretty much all Lehman Russ is down 10 points. That will give most guard players some points back. Yeah, exactly. 18 Bulgarian is legit. So I think that what they've said is basically go away from the out line of sight shooting, go towards more Lehman Russes, more of that style play, marching tanks up the board. Ah, Dom. Yeah, so um, you've been playing guard as well. Switched over from CSM and went to guard, did you? So we've got Hellhounds, Hydras, Atalan Rough Riders all gone down. So Lehman Russ Eradicators, they've all gone basically down 10 points. Tempestus Scions went down. And I thought they were going to sort of leave them the same and keep them and sort of have the Kassakin and the Scions on a dual thing, but that gives them a few more points back for the little drop-in point scoring units. Should nice to them. Back to CSM after those drops, Dom says. A Military and Tempestus command squad, 70 points. Okay, so I think Guard have taken a bit of a hit. Maybe even one of the biggest hits, really, from a top competitive list point of view. And the Medusa carriage battery is up 120 points, 120 up to 125 points. Is this? I think this is another out of line of sight shooting thing. I believe. I might be wrong though. Oh, Black Templars have taken a bit of a slap, haven't they? So I'm gathering all of these things, the Lancer, the Reaper, and the Valiant, and then Pulse have all gone up because of the Melter gun that they get extra. I'm assuming they're making them now pay for the extra Melter gun. Crusader squad's been hit again. And so have the Primaris Sword Brethren, who are pretty naughty. So interesting. Does this make Black Templars not that competitive, or do you think this balances them? What are we saying? I think Templars have been very good in Temp so far, so interesting. Maybe this just stops them being taken as Ironstorm. I don't know. Okay, Blood Angels. So they did talk about Blood Angels. Josh talked about him in the Meta Watch, and he said he was sort of insinuating they were being hit because they were good. They had a lot of free war gear, but also I think it's because they've been taken in other detachments. Dom says means the tank list is dead. Yeah, for the Templars, I get it. Yeah, free Reapers. Yeah. Free Reapers, free of everything. That's good to know. I think it was a bit of a shit list, as in not a bad list, but it just I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it. So Death Company Marines gone up. The ones with jump packs gone up. Lamarty's gone up a little bit. Sanguinary Guard have gone down, which is good. Sanguinary Priest has gone up. Sanguinary Priest with jump packs gone up. Death Company Intercessors, which are just running about with no jump packs, have gone down. Death Company Dreadnought and Chief and Mephiston's gone down. So, bit of up and down there. Obviously, they're thinking Death Company were too good with the Power Fist and the Fusion Pistols, I believe they had. Now, Demons haven't moved at all. Kept exactly where they are. I think Demons are alright at the minute, and I think that they could benefit from maybe Custodies not being as good, some of the things like that. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out in the wash of Demons, because they haven't been doing too bad. Sort of sitting around 50%. Yeah, they're not winning any sort of like super majors, but I think they're not sitting too bad. And maybe with these nerfs to other factions, that might bring them up again still. Well, it should bring them up again still because they haven't gone down. Chaos Knights exactly the same, haven't moved. They obviously think they're in a relatively good position. Okay, Chaos Space Marines. This is what Dom's gone back to. So, Chaos Bikers have gone down, which are always nice to put in and then pull off. Strategic was you can put them back into strategic reserves, bring on, do scoring and stuff like that. Mauler Fiend's gone down. Is the Mauler Fiend any good? I haven't actually looked at the Mauler Fiend data sheet this edition. Chaos Terminator squad has gone down, although I feel like getting rid of the Dark Obscuration or making the Dark Obscuration 18 and keeping it 18 makes the Terminator squad a lot less viable. I'm not sure though. At these points, is it any good? But still 370 points for 10 models. That's a lot. Chaos Vindicator has gone down, although everyone tells me that it's just really unreliable. Cultist mobs have gone down. Cultists are good as well for CSM. Cypher's gone down. Nice little lone up model. What's that? Vindicator's a great tank shot. Dom said, great at tank shock. He must be talking about the Vindicators. Is that about how the best reliability they've got? Havocs have gone down. Hellbrute's gone down. Heretic Astartes Demon Prince has gone down. Demon Prince of Wings has gone down. The Demon Prince wasn't bad when you play with Sinesh. It's the tools going down that makes them good again. Okay, so some of the stuff like Possessed and Cultists and Sci-Fi and that sort of thing. But yeah, the Sinesh Demon Prince is pretty good, I think. Legionaries have gone down. Mauler Fiend's gone down. Possessed have gone down. Raptors have gone down. So yeah, these are units that people will use. Venom Crawlers have gone down. Not too sure on how good Venom Crawlers are. Again, I mean, I think a lot of like strength 6 -2 damage, like shooting and combat from off the top of my head. But there's been no increases. So obviously, with all of but their rules, the data state rules from last time haven't changed. Nothing's changed. It's the 5 points here and there that make you able to run 3 forward fiends again. Okay. So a general decrease in the whole army allows you to put more in, which then can make them competitive again. Because obviously their core rule of the the thing where you can get lethals and sustained is still super strong. Okay, so Chaos Space Marines may be in a good position again. Dark Angels. Lionel Johnson's come down finally to 300 points. Deathwing Knights down to 215 points for 5 models. I'm not sure how big that drop is. Deathwing Terminator's 180 points for 5 models. It's considerably cheaper. The Inner Circle Companions are 90 points for 3 models. Are they even still takeable at 90 points for 3 models? Because aren't they just bad Blade Guard? But yeah, that's the Dark Angel changes. I'm hoping, like what Josh was talking about, the AdMech, about them getting rules changes for maybe detachments and stuff. I'm hoping that might happen with Dark Angels, and maybe they give them some rules boosts so they don't have to just keep putting points down. Okay, Death Guard. They just put the Hellbrute down by, I believe that's 10 points. Just because they were like, everything else is good, just want people to take more Hellbrutes. But it's probably because they put them down in CSM, so they put them down for Death Guard. Okay, Death Watch. Oh my god. No changes for Death Watch. That's a bit naughty. They could have. They're not doing well at all, Death Watch. They could have really given them something there. I'm expect if they don't do anything in July, I'll be gutted for Death Watch players because this is 2 data states now that they've gone really unhelped, and that's a feel bad. That is. Drukhari. So Dom said Drukhari. I mean, come on, no help. However, Drukhari aren't doing. So if you think about it, Drukhari aren't doing terribly. They're about 50%. Custodes are pretty much gone, from what I can tell. Like Necrons have taken a bit of a slap. A lot of outline of sight shooting's taken a bit of a slap in terms of guard, which I'm sure guard were holding Drukhari down. There's been a lot of points decreases in other lists, so maybe Drukhari actually could be pretty viable now. What do you think, Dom? As a Drukhari player yourself, I don't know. I think Drukhari could be all right. I think we might even see him win something big. We will see. I might be completely wrong. Okay, Gene Stealer cult, which Alex said about earlier. So the aberrants have gone down. I don't know how much that is by, but aberrants are pretty tasty. They're not bad aberrants at all. They're actually a nightmare to get rid of as well. They feel no pain, -1 damage. We have Achilles Ridge Runners, which has gone down. So the vehicles have all sort of gone down, which is nice. Maybe see some different types of lists. I don't know if the points decreases have been enough. I mean, obviously, Gene Stealer Cult really rely on bringing stuff up, bringing it back down with the 3-inch drop, getting extra AP from stratagem and from other stuff. 5 points on 5 aberrants have gone down. So nothing huge. Aberrants, I think, are decent, though. But yeah, I think a lot of that power is in the acolytes and the neophytes because you get to bring them back pretty reliably. So yeah, interesting there. Hopefully we'll see a few more Gene Stealer cards. I don't think it's making them. I don't think these are now top tier or anything. But you know, a good Gene Stealer cult player I think could do fine with them. Grey Knights. So the Brotherhood Librarian's gone up just because he keeps jumping out and Vortex of Dooming everyone. The Brotherhood Tech Marine's gone up. Ooh, Alex said they get demo charges on the Goliaths as well. Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. Inceptor Squad has gone down. Why has the Interceptor Squad gone down? They're already really good. Strike Squad's gone down. Purifier Squad's gone down. Purgation Squad's gone down. Nemesis Dreadnought, I think, has gone up like 10 points. So Alex says maybe useful at 90, but can field more troops with that. Yeah, exactly. I think you get a few drops here. A bit like Dom said, it allows you to take more stuff. I think it could be nice. You get, if you're taking aberrant, suddenly you've got an extra 10 points here, extra 10 points there. Some from the Ridge Runners, just allows you a little bit. Maybe that extra unit to score points. So Grey Knights looks like they've just sort of had a little move sideways. Maybe saying take more actual Grey Knights, less like Dread Knights. Imperial Knights have had 0 change. Now, I did play Imperial Knights recently. Not a competitive list, but they're all right. They're all right. I think they're not in a bad place, and I think they don't. It's the trouble is with Knights is they're such a stat check army and very skewed. So if you make them too good, it's just not very good for the game, I believe. That's how I feel about Imperial Knights. You need to keep them just under, otherwise you get a bad skew in the meta. Leagues of Votan. So Leagues of Votan haven't been doing bad at all. Halfkin Warriors have gone down, and Uthar the Destined have gone down. So nothing to write home about. Halfkin Warriors are alright. Uthar the Destined's alright. Like, they're going to be in a very similar position that they are now. Okay, the big one. The one that matters to me the most. The Necrons. So, Jason says crack point decrease. Yeah, but do you think they really needed more? No one will use Uthar. Do you think that they needed more in the Leagues of Votan? I don't think they're sitting in a bad spot. I think they need a codex and they need some more units and more rules. But it ends up just you've got so much stuff and it just feels like it's like a horde squat army, Votan army. I don't like it. Hecaton maybe could have come down, but I still think it's, I mean, it probably doesn't compete that much well with the Sagittarius. I see what you're saying. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit too much, so I'll never see the board. Yeah, people rely on Sagittarius. Yeah, I think that I don't know. To be honest, I just feel like Votan are sitting on a all right. It's all right where Votan are, and will sort of like I think they just feel like the index is okay now. It's winning games. We'll wait for the codex, So, back to Necrons. Nightbringer's gone up 40 points to 295. Absolutely deserved. Agreed, Jason, about more internal balance. And I do think, from what they were saying on the Meta Watch, they are going to be doing more internal stuff as it goes on. But they could have done a little bit for each army, like the Factory Kari, Votan, the Knights. None of them had any points changes. Feels a little bit lazy in terms of they could have made some of the stuff that's not being used maybe a touch cheaper, just to maybe give it an option. But I see what you're saying. So Nightbringer up to 295, so up 40 points. I don't mind this at all. I think the Nightbringer was one of the best, is one of the best Catans, and he should be the most expensive. The Void Dragon's gone up to 290. Again, I'm not too fussed about this. Transcendence up to 285. Deceiver's stayed at 265 because he's very rarely taken. I think this is okay. This Catan increase, the fact that because the reason I think it's okay is because not that I think Catans are amazing, but they're obnoxious to play against, and I think people were having a bad time having to go up against them, and I understand why you wouldn't want to play against them, like because it's like, oh, you go up against with a certain army, you just can't do anything, and they just sort of walk all over you, and it's not a nice feeling. So going down, the Catacomb Command Barge has gone down from 150 to 130, which is nice. I mean, I wish they'd give it the Overlord keyword, but it's all right. Chronomancer has gone up 15 points, I believe. Let's just give that a little check. I think he's gone up 15. So, yep, Chronomancer is up 15 points. So, he's a really good character, giving you -1 to hit in combat and shooting, and giving you the fire and fade. I'm absolutely fine with that. I think it's absolutely warranted. Deathmark's down 5 points. Fine. I mean, I think the only time anyone's taking them is to score points. I don't think they're really doing much in terms of shooting. That's all right. Flayed ones have gone down 10 points to 60 points. Now that's a significant drop. I mean, they die to a stiff breeze, but they are good. They infiltrate, and they can be quite choppy, especially against like chaff, or if something's under half strength, then they get real choppy. Cesares is up 10 points. This is okay. He was at 185 in the index. He went down to 165. They're settling on 175, and they're like, yeah, that's all right. I'm okay with that. Immortals have gone up 5 points. I think this is absolutely fine. 150 for 10 models. I was scared they were going to put the Immortals up too much, which I think could have really hindered Necrons. But I think this is good. And then we go over to the Monolith. The Monolith has gone up, I believe, 15 points. Let's have a look. Monolith 350. They've got 25 points. That is a substantial increase. I think that might be a little bit too much, to be honest. I think they could have given it a 10-point rise. I don't think it needed to go up 25 points. I don't think the Monoliths were like absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good, but yeah, I think it's a little bit harsh. Ophidian Destroyers down. Yep, I never see them played. Plasmance has gone up, and he has gone up 10, maybe 15 points. Plasmancer. Yeah, he's gone up 10 points. Which is nice. He's got that mortal wound thing, 65 points. I don't think anyone's complaining. Giving you crits on 5s, mortal wounds, output. I think that's absolutely fine. Scorpec Destroyers have gone down, I believe, 10 points for 3, which is good. Hope to see them played more. Scorpec Lord's gone down 20 points. Has he? Scorpec Lord. Yeah, he was 100 points, so he's gone down 20 points. I don't know why he was 100 points. So he's now in line with the Lockcast Lord, which is good. So that unit now will be far better. You're now looking at 260 instead of like a 300 point unit, which makes a big difference. So maybe you'll see 1 or 2 units of them being played. Maybe 1 unit rapid ingress them, stuff like that. I think they're a good unit. Technomancer's gone up. Now this is a big one. The Wraiths, as you may see, wherever they are, wherever you may be, Canaptic Wraiths over here. So they have stayed the same. But the Technomancer has gone up by, I believe, 20 points. Technomancer. 25 points. So the Technomancer's got 25 points. Now you think, if you're taking 3 units of Wraiths with Technomancer in each, that's a 75-point rise. Plus these other things like on Immortals, Cesares, Plasmancers, Chronomancers. And then the Hypercrypt Legion Dimensional Overseer has gone up from 10 points to 25 points, which is where you can take the extra, you can pick up an extra unit. This is a significant change with the Technomancer Wraith combo, and I think it's probably the right one because Wraiths on their own, they're not doing much, and they are durable on their own, but not durable enough to have compared to, like, their output isn't great. What I will say is the only other thing I was expecting to get an increase was the Canaptic Doomstalker. It stayed at 135, and I was expecting it to go up to like 145 because they are very good in the Canaptic Court, but they have seemed to have managed to avoid that. However, if you look at like the Canaptic Court lists that are competitive ones that are being run, you're looking at about a 75-point increase here, or maybe 50 if you're only taking 2 Wraiths. Maybe you only take 2 Technomancers, 1 without. You're looking at another 30-point rise here. Not sure if they were taking Chronomancers. You're looking at another maybe 10-point rise here, and then another probably 2 to 3 units of Immortals. So another 20 to 30-point rise. You are looking at over 100 points on that Canaptic, like competitive Canaptic Court list. And obviously, with the Hypercrypt, you're looking at, if you're taking Catans, you're looking at big increases there. Monoliths, big increase. So yeah, the Hypercrypt sort of got hit quite hard as well. So they've tried to obviously hit the Hypercrypt and the Canaptic Court the most, from what I can see. So yeah, I think overall my opinion on the Necrons is, I think it's a good. They haven't gone over too far, I don't think, and I don't think they've done too little. I think we're going to see Necrons just come down a bit. I still think they'll probably be at the 50-ish, maybe 50 plus, 52% win rate. But this has definitely hit them to make them. I don't think they're going to have that winning rate that they've had. Orcs. New Codex. Now, everyone keeps telling me how good the Orc Codex is. I haven't actually looked that far into it. All I know is that Meganobs are really good, durability-wise. So, Meganobs haven't gone up, so there's still 30 points a model. What do we think to this, guys? Do we think this is too cheap? Because from what I'm hearing on the grapevine, people are saying this is just too cheap. I don't know. So Battle Wagon down to 160, Shock Attack Guns down, Boom, Daka Snazwagon, Boss Snickrot's down, Boys are down, Burner Boys are down, Death Dread's down, Death Killer Wartrike's down, Death Copters are down, Flash Gits are down. It's a lot of decreases in units that weren't that bad before. Gorkanaut's down, Gretchen are down. Bloody hell. 40 points for 11 models. What is that? 20 points for 6. They're like 4 points a model. Wow. Hunter Rig down. Kill Rig down. I don't know what the Hunter Rig is. Is the Hunter Rig like another option to the Kill Rig? Killer Cans down. So it looks like this, like I think it's the Dread War, maybe it's called, the one with all the vehicles. Looks like it could be really viable with all these decreases. Plus, you've got the bully boys with the obviously the mega knobs and the knobs and stuff, which also looks really good. And if they haven't gone up, then it's looking even better. So all of like the custom booster blast has gone down. The mega tracks scrapjet's gone down. So I'm wondering if the speed war is now more viable with these all getting points decreases. Looters have gone down. Morkanauts down. Pain boss is down. Pain boy is down. Rocket truck squig buggy is down. So again, shock jump drags is down. This speed war may be looking a little bit more viable. We have the squig hog boys. 160 have gone up. Okay. Is that because the knob is now in there? I don't know. Stomper and Stormboys says the same. Tank Busters have gone down. Truck has gone up a little bit. War Bikers have gone down. War Boss has gone down. And War Boss in Mega Armor has gone down. That is a lot of decreases. A lot. And then it's got all the points. So these are the points for the next 3 months for the Orcs. I mean, they're looking good. I don't know probably enough about Orcs to tell you. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to be competitive because people were saying that the Codex is really good and now they've had loads of points drops. So, and very few increases. So I'm assuming they're going to be mustard. Okay, what's up next? Chaos Codex Space Marines. Assault Intercessors with jump backs have gone down to 80. Okay. That's pretty good. Brutalis has gone down to 160. Eliminator Squad's gone up to 85. Is that because they keep jumping in, shooting, getting in an impulsor and then shooting again? Hellblasters have gone down. Incursor Squad has gone down. Terminator Squad has gone down. Vindicator's gone down. Ironstorm Spearhead, 2 of the enhancements have gone up. And the Storm Raven Gunship's gone up. Tactical Squad and Terminator Assault Squad have gone down. Yeah, a few little balance tweaks, but I don't know how much this Ironstorm stuff will affect. Space Wolves, nothing's changed apart from Wolfguard Terminators and Wolf Scouts have both gone down. I don't think there's anything to write home about there. Tau Empire have not moved because they've got Codex coming out. The points, this is for the index. The Codex points will be out when they drop officially. Thousand Suns have gone down. So Thousand Suns Cultists have gone down. Thousand Suns Demon Prince has gone down. Demon Prince with Wings has gone down. Thousand Suns Vindicate has gone down in line with everything else, and so has the Hellbore in line with everything else, and the Mauler Fiend in line with everything else, and the Scarab Cult Terminators have gone down. But the 2 of the Arcane Vortex and the Lord of the Forbidden Law have both gone up, the enhancements. Interesting. I'd be interested to know people's views who are Thousand Suns players. Okay, Tyranids. So the only increases on the Gargoyles obviously have played a lot because they're good at scoring points. So Barbergaunts have gone down. Swarmlord's gone down. Tyranid Warriors with bioweapons, melee bio, Tyranid Warriors with range bio have all gone down. Tyrant Guard have gone down. Zoanthrope's gone down. Psychophage has gone down. Don't know what that is. Hive Guard have gone down. And so has the Lictor. Interesting. World Eaters, so we've had some decreases. The Mauler Fiend in line with everything else. Terminators, World Eaters, Terminator Squad's gone down. Hellbrute's gone down. In line with everything else. And then the Jackals and Khorne Berserkers have gone down. So more of getting more points in through the army through taking Jackals and Berserkers. So interesting. Interesting. That is it. That is all of the points changes. There wasn't any balanced data slate changes. Really interesting. I'd love to hear your comments and what you guys think. In the comments section, let me know. Are you annoyed? Do you think that everything was fairly fair? I know there's a few people who would have liked to have seen more internal balance, like with the Knights and the Votan and things like that. Drukari maybe. Deathwatch, I bet Deathwatch players are annoyed. Death Guard, I think, are in a good place. Not sure if they needed too much touching. Dark Angels need maybe some new rules in their detachments. Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, they might be doable now. Chaos Demons, again, maybe some internal balance could have been done there. Maybe the same with Chaos Knights. Yeah, so I think what they've done is they've just trying to still balance that external meta, and then I think the internal is going to come later. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble through all of this stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.